Good. Hold on. Hmm. Let me see. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, my audio is back, y'all. I'm back. I don't want to hear their excuses. I don't. There's no excuse. You're not going to follow my family around trying to act like you're putting us under some kind of judgment or scrutiny or punishment. Hey, Lenny Pretty, y'all not going to be putting us under scrutiny like that. Nope. Nope. I'm going to tell you something straight up and down. I'm not having that shit. I'm not. Okay? So I don't give a damn what excuses he makes. He can talk all that bullshit if he wants. Something else totally different is happening. And you should, and you know what, Mike? I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to force my children. This is what he's trying to do. And y'all got to be careful with these gang stalkers, especially the ones that's talking about your children. He's trying to force my children to grow up under the same stress factors that he did. That's why nobody acknowledges him. I'm going to tell you why he hates Tyrese. He hates Tyrese because, number one, Tyrese is way taller than him. Tyrese is handsome. Okay. And Tyrese has his whole life ahead of him. Mike is sitting over there with nothing but regret, sadness, and nothing to look forward to. Tyrese can get a job. He can get one. Yeah. Mike can't. Mike can't do anything with his life. So he needs to shut the fuck up. You know what? If my son had a job, Mike in the black sector would be stalking him at it. What do they do? What does that black sector do when they know where somebody works or has a job? They will stalk them and try to get them fired. So I don't even want to hear it, and there will be justice. You ain't making no sense. Don't nobody give a damn about your funky ass opinion. Okay? About this and that. My son is trying. He really is trying, but so am I. So am I. But you know what? Since for some reason, they've been getting away with it for so long, I just come on here and talk about this because I have been developing ways of literally destroying and abolishing gang stalking, and I will. And I will. And it ain't gonna be pretty, and it ain't gonna be funny for the gang stalkers. Mike, you are a bum. How dare you talk shit about my fucking son that you have done nothing but attacked for the past fucking 13 years of his fucking life? You're a piece of garbage. You understand me? Hey, how about this, monkey? How about I go win the motherfucking lotto and become a goddamn multi-fucking millionaire? And then what you gonna do, bitch? The fuck kind of shit is that? Oh, I get to gang stalk these people because and y'all got to remember that this is a fucking crying shame. Oh, Lenny Pretty Man, oh God, girl, I almost threw up in my fucking mouth. Did you think the monkey wanted kids with you? Is that why all the hate from him? No, I think that monkey is just I think he's suffering from advanced stage dementia. That's what I think. He's demented. He's sick. He's a sick person. Okay. That's just all it is to it. Okay. He's a horrible person. I keep telling y'all that he was sent by Tiffany to try to destroy our lives. He does not give a damn. Okay, let me tell y'all a story. So basically, y'all remember on the 4th of July, right? When Mike had went to Florida, okay? And that was the last time that, Mike had actually given me any money to help me, which think about it, would I have needed Mike's help had he not been fucking hating on me, dropping revenge porn on me. So that's what narc people do. They try to disable you on purpose so that they can be dependent on you. And keep in mind, Mike is the type of person to abuse children and elderly people. He's a horrible fucking person. He gets no credibility for nothing he says. Okay. But anyway, literally, we had, because when you're at an extended stay in Georgia, you can only stay for 30 days, even though that first one that we stayed in, they didn't do that. But, a lot of the extended stay places, they literally can have you leave after 30 days. Okay. Um, so we had to move to the one that's across the street for a couple of days. And then we came back. In between that time was when me and Mike fell out, right? And he was angry at me because I had the money to pay for my own room. There was several times, even from the beginning, that Mike got angry at me and immediately began to attack me because he knew that I was able to pay for my own place. So that proves to y'all that Mike literally wanted to put me up in a hotel for a couple of days and then let us roam around the streets. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. I don't know what the fuck the obsession is with that, but motherfucker, I swear to God, nigga, I will conjure the devil to drag your ass to hell. You got me fucked up with that shit. He was literally trying to do that just for shits and giggles because the monkey ain't never had to work in his goddamn life. Right? Hold on, let me see. Exactly. Exactly. He does have low self-esteem. You're right, y'all, Lorenzo. Right. Right. And I believe I believe that he, yeah, I mean, okay. Listen at how disgusting Mike talks about children. There's a video of Mike floating around the internet threatening to piss in a child's mouth. So we all know that he would be inappropriate to children. We all know that. Okay? He's a horrible person. I would not want, like, I would literally be so embarrassed and humiliated if that was my father. That's an embarrassment and a fucking humiliation. It is. And I believe that he mistreats those kids behind closed doors. Bear in mind, Mike is trying to talk shit about my family, but remember the videotape? There's a videotape of where he butt down me. Mike and his family be doing that was some crazy shit. And it's like I said, it sounded like they was talking to those kids. They were acting crazy as fuck. I'm beat your ass. I beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. You're a nigger. I beat your ass. And I mean, they was just. I'll upload the video to expose him. Okay. I don't believe that he likes kids. I believe that he violates kids. That ain't liking no damn kids. I mean, I know what you mean by what you're saying, but I believe the nigga is a fucking predator. That's why he ain't never been along with my kids. But let me finish telling y'all about the story. So Mike comes back from his vacation in Florida, right? So while he's in Florida, I'm already knowing what the fuck he's trying to be up to. And see, I'm a motherfucking Cancer. I got powers in connection with waters of the sea. I'm a moon goddess. Okay. So he bring his ass back, right? We had gotten into it, okay? Before he left, we got into it. So for like the 10th time, the nigga thought he was leaving me high and dry. Little did he know I've got clients that support me, right? So he gonna sit up there and come back from his little vacation, right? And he's gonna sit up there and say, um, he gonna call, right? And I didn't let him see my background. He gonna call and he's like, where y'all at? I'm like, I'm not telling you where I'm at. I'm like, I don't fuck with you. Leave us alone. He gonna sit up there and uh okay, I'm talking about two different times. Let me drift back a little further. This motherfucker calls me when he comes back from vacation, right? From his so-called vacation, which when does he ever take a vacation? He doesn't know how to live. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to live. He's a gang stalker. He's a loser. End of story. So he pretty much guesses where we're at, right? Based upon the logistics and what he knows. So he knew that we were back at Extended Stay America. Okay. So he comes outside of the Extended Stay America, yelling and screaming, demanding for me to come out. I'm like, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? I have no interest in speaking to you. Keep in mind that Mike had just got done being up all night on a panel with Pat and Talia, roasting and dogging out me and my children. Literally, it had just happened. No matter, even if it happened 2 days prior to that. I'm like, the fuck? Like, he was literally on there, like, literally browbeating us, doing the same shit. He tries to show up the next day outside. I'm demanding to see you. I want you to come outside right now. I'm like, no, leave us alone. Where are you at? Are you at the Extended Stay? I'm like, no, that's not where we're at. You know what he does? He leaves, right? He has somebody call in a false fire to the goddamn Extended Stay. Next thing I knew, the front desk was knocking on the door saying, we need to check for a fire because there's smoke. Somebody reported smoke, that they smelled smoke. So they're all on the first floor knocking and checking to make sure that there's no fires. Mike walks his fat, frumpy, dumpy, half dead, disgusting, ugly, bumpy face ass up and through the goddamn hallways so that he can hear and spy on people at the fucking front desk. So she's like, Miss Briscoe. So right then and there, the motherfucker knew where we were. I hate him. I would love for him. You know what? Anytime somebody is that goddamn delusional. So he comes and he knocks on the door. Jamila, I need to talk to you. Come outside. Now, this dude just got done calling me all kind of bitches, hoes, sluts, telling me that I ain't shit. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I'm this, and that. Right? He could have been on his way to kill me. How can he expect me to come outside? I want to talk to you. I'm glad I don't own a gun. I swear to God, if I had a gun, I would have used it on that little motherfucker. So finally, so that he doesn't cause a goddamn hoopla, I go ahead and I go outside. And he's literally like, first of all, he had not brushed his teeth. His breath was stinking up the whole damn car. Smelled like he had just got done sleeping off a hangover where he had eaten a whole toilet bowl full of shit. He was literally sitting in the car like, I need to talk to you. I don't care. I love you. Telling me he loves me. Forcing himself on me. Kissing me all over my fucking face with that stank ass fucking breath. He's disgusting. Little did he realize that, okay, so check it out. Check it out. The moment that the monkey knew my address and where we were, he went and told the black sector. That's what he does. He's a piece of shit. The black sector called CPS. They come the next day. That shit backfired on them. They wasn't counting on this shit. They was not counting on the CPS lady bringing the police that ended up helping us get back home. They were not counting on that. They were not. They wanted me to stay there with that monkey so that he could literally just torture me and probably try to kill me in the streets. So y'all need to know that. Y'all need to realize the type of people that y'all dealing with. And Tina purposely tried to have my children taken just because she's barren and she's jealous. She purposely tried to have my kids taken because Tina's a child predator as well. Tina tried to have my kids taken because she knew my kid taken because she knows that I love my children. She's a very cruel person. And I'm surprised that she's not dead yet. Tina is a horrible person. She's racist. She has no respect for black people. She thinks that she's better than black people. She has a few token black friends, of course, to prove that she's not racist, which that's what all racist people do. She literally was calling CPS on me. At first, her excuse was De Niro Red. Okay. And I'm letting her know right now, Kansas City, don't play that shit. They will look at the case history. They already have. They have done the research from Kansas to Georgia to back here. They know everything. So literally what's going to end up happening. Well, Yaya Lorenzo, I don't even want to say what I think it is, but you know, I really honestly don't think that she's anatomically correct to have children. And Spiritually even said that years ago. A lot of people were saying that. Cat Smith was saying that Tina's possibly born male. She is very sick and twisted, and nobody should ever leave her alone with a dog. She is a very sick person. Tina has literally been stalking me for years, and it's because she thinks that she's a white woman that is that's ahead of a lynch mob that's running up on niggas. She's a horrible person. I don't know. Yaya Lorenzo says she might need her uterus scraped if she wants kids, or is it rotten? I honestly don't believe that that's a woman. I'm just gonna come straight out and say it. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna come straight out and say it. The behavior is so off and off-putting and weird. She is weird. I have never seen a woman behave that way in my life. Hold on. So yeah, police. I am getting ready to demand that the police do something about it. Okay. I've actually thought about going into a domestic violence shelter and getting the resources and the legal support that I need. Of course, I haven't had the money to hire an attorney. I had the money a few years back to do that, and I should have done that because an attorney would literally clear that. An attorney would literally do everything that I need against that sector. Would literally bring about the charges against them. Would literally shut it all down. And so for all of you gang stalking victims, get out of the rigmarole of it all. If you have a little bit of money right when you start being gang stalked, contact an attorney and hire an attorney. Because it's not going to get better. They're not going to stop. Okay? They're not. You have to literally hire an attorney. An attorney has the power and the pull to deal with that. Okay? But they just not gonna do that for free. You gotta have some money to end gang stalking. So, and they'll make something happen. Attorneys will make something happen as far as legally and judicially, and that's exactly what's gonna bring them down. Is legal action filed by an attorney is what's gonna do it. Okay. So, and they need it. They need it because a criminal, they're gonna continue to do what it is that they do if they continue to get away with it. Last time I had money for an attorney, like I said, I paid off my credit and everything, and guess what they ended up doing? They ended up somehow getting my they ended up getting well, Tina has my social security number. Pretty sure that whatever phone or computer system that she used is already gone by now. Tina is the one, I believe it was Tina was the one that took out the credit in my name. She's committed fraud before. Yep. Tina is a criminal. You cannot trust her with your personal information. Okay. And it's sad that I have to keep doing that. But see, I think that the Georgia police should have did something about it a long time ago. Somebody was saying that you got a lawsuit against them. I'm like, well, you know, and then he'll try to bring up, okay, let's bring up the fact that me and him did end up having um a sexual relationship. So that now gives you an excuse to stalk people, you know? I'll check and see if there's any available. I don't know if a pro bono attorney is going to want to take that case because, I think that gang stalking is a pretty tough cookie to crack. But as far as my spiritual understanding of it, it's basically like an egregore. So if you have a group or a network of people that are participating in that, it can be pretty powerful. But even that can be taken down. Baby, the Native Americans called it sage, honey. Sage. I'm not even going to lie to you. You want to beat them? Now, I will tell you, if they're doing like really complicated, like if they're doing like complex spell work and stuff like that, then because honestly, unless a person has been gang stalked, they will never understand it. um Truth of the matter is that gang stalkers, they are trying to take the person down, period. That's their goal. Tear the person down and send the person enough negative energy to destroy them, to kill them, to take them out. Because it can be a very stressful situation. For me, I handle and manage stress very well. That's just like, for example, when they would call CPS, I would be ready for them. I would not be stressed out by that stuff. But even though it sucked, because think about it, over in Georgia, I suffered from over 70 investigations. That's ridiculous. I'm talking about during the holidays and everything. We couldn't even enjoy our holidays. Now, let me ask you a question, Moik. Oh, we're supposed to get a job and we're supposed to work hard while you violate the quiet enjoyment of our lives, while you get to sit your fat ass around and live off the fucking government while we're out there working hard while you're stalking us. Imagine how pissed off of an American you would be to where you work hard every goddamn fucking day, in which I do. In which I do. And yes, my son works for Divine Services Apothecary right now. That's what's on his resume. Okay? Because it's his first job. Okay? Nobody should have to go to work every day to pay their bills, live paycheck to paycheck, for a monkey to be lurking around the goddamn corner. And the monkey ain't even a tax-paying citizen. So you supposed to be a tax-paying citizen working in America while being gang stalked while your government simply ignores it? Yeah. Well, yeah, Lorenzo, I hope he doesn't. I just wanted to stop. I really do. It is. Jail is calling his name, Lenny Pretty. Jail is. Well, thank you. I appreciate your concern. You know what I do? You know what I do? I believe in and I have faith in God and my spirits. That's what I do. Because it can, and that's what he means to do. He means to stress me out. And I feel the same way about the public, because the public watching it, people that are not cool with nor agree with what he does, it's disturbing to them. Like, I don't want nobody else to be disturbed by what he does, because that's just horrible. It is. It's absolutely, even though it's not even my responsibility. I don't know that monkey. I don't fuck with him like that. I didn't grow up with him. I didn't even know that monkey till I was 37 damn years old. Nobody knows who the hell he is. And nobody cares. He needs to just fucking dismiss himself from the picture. Go away. Leave us the fuck alone. Don't worry about whether or not my son has a job. Worry about your ass, because like I said, I don't know who y'all, I don't know whoever that person was that called my uncle. It was a female. She was very malignant. And that's why you ain't got no man child. My uncle was like, whoa. And while he was telling me about it, I could see the exchange of the female calling him. And you could tell that the person is like sick with some kind of affliction. But then again, the person is just cursed and got bad energy, real bad energy. And somehow my uncle picked up on that shit, and instantly he got angry. Instantly. He just got angry. And I will admit that he kind of took it out on me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say anything to me, but what he did, and I told him, I said, yeah, but uncle, I said, you said that you don't feel safe. I said, and he was like, well, you know what, Shawnee? He was like, I'm trying to heal from my cancer. And I got confused, is what he told me. And so that's why I'm going to suggest to my uncle. I didn't get to talk to him because he was busy with his friends and stuff. My uncle has a whole full life. I'm going to suggest that he just changes his phone number. I know that he doesn't want to do that. My family, like, for example, my grandmother's number, my grandmother had the same number for years. I'm not going to give it out. But my grandmother had the same number for years. We still have that phone number is still good with, for 40 or 50 years, at least 50 years. So people don't like to just have to get their damn phone number changed, especially being that a phone number is actually public information unless you request for your number to be private, which I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to call my provider and ask them to make sure that my number is private and unlisted. Yeah. Make your number private and unlisted with the monkey running around here, because he gonna be calling. Yep. Talia called your uncle. Hold on a second. Let me go up and then I'll come down. Let me see. Let me see what I missed. Okay. Yeah, I believe that Uncle Fun said you must got that snapper. Listen, my sexual energy does not make men do that. That's something else wrong with him. But yes, my significant other enjoys me very much so. He enjoys me. Okay. He does. And yeah. But that's probably because I don't put my stuff all out there. Okay. Let me see. For him to get beat down, he needs to humble himself and go somewhere. Yep, you're right, Yaya Lorenzo. Okay, so Venezi, is that Vinezi or Vinezi? Anyway, said, yeah, there are a lot of witches and warlocks out here, and most gang stalkers are in secret societies. Yeah, well, yeah. They better go on somewhere and make themselves a secret again then, because I just don't like that shit. That shit is fucking stupid. It is. That shit is stupid. And when you know what? And it doesn't really teach you nothing. It really doesn't. It's just a big old waste of damn time. I mean, honestly, I was able to come on here and talk a little bit about it because I'm pulling herbs and stuff and I'm multitasking. But to be honest with you, I am so tired of talking about it. Keep in mind, gang stalkers are like little children that are in bad need of attention as well. It's also about attention. But isn't it obvious why Mike can't get no woman? And if Tina is so concerned about Mike and his penile gland, why doesn't Tina break him off with some? That's what I keep asking these women. I'm pretty sure that, even though he's a monkey, he came from, he's got monkey traits or something. Maybe he was a monkey in a past life. I'm not sure. Um, he must have needs as a man. So why don't you go fulfill his needs? He's not my damn problem. And you know what? I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all about Tina. Let me reveal something about Tina. Tina's a wuss. She can't stand on shit. She's a wuss puss. She's a puss ass hoe, as she would say. She's scared of that sector. She's scared of them people. She's scared. You heard me? Because, okay, I'm y'all, I've been on this world for almost half a century. And I've always been a fun person. I've always known how to have fun. And you got to give your body some time to rest or whatever and recuperate. That shit is not fun to me, nor is it funny. Maybe it's because I love children. I don't see where the fun is at unless you are demented on methamphetamines or just miserable and depressed and sad. But it's been good for me, y'all. It has been so good for me being with my significant other. It has been good because he's so normal. Whenever I don't know why I felt like I wanted to start crying. He's so normal. That's all I can say about him is that he's so normal. Just having a conversation with a normal man, it is amazing. It all that goofy weird shit. Like sometimes, like when y'all hear Mike talk, he talking about eating poop, drinking urine. I can honestly say that I would never, like me and my significant other, we will never have a conversation about drinking pee or eating feces. It's just not going to ever happen. It just, it's like, what the fuck? And they be in his chat room. Like, I'm sorry. For me, I can't, in good faith and in good self-esteem, hang around with somebody that speaks that way. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it. Okay. I can't do it. you know. Oh, she got a bunch of, you go over on her channel, she got a bunch of Photoshop pictures of herself and cartoonized pictures of herself. It's kind of like miraculously, unless I was to look through my email, I really don't have any real photographs of Tina, quote unquote real, because everything else is photoshopped and some kind of Snapchat video filter. But I remember what she looked like, and she looks like an angry Mexican is what she looks like. And I don't know why she keeps saying that she's Cuban. Tina's not Cuban, she's Mexican. That's what she looks like. And what the fuck is wrong with being Mexican? I mean, I understand that Mexicans, they okay, I will admit this, y'all. Mexicans, they have been, I have ran into just like they don't say nothing to me. Like I've never been harassed by a Mexican person, but like I just noticed that they kind of look at me funny, like if I'm at the grocery store. But I've actually had friends when I was in middle school. I had a friend that was Mexican, and her name was Luana, and she was really nice. But and I used to call her. I used to when I would call her. You know how when you're young, you be calling your friends or whatever, and her mama would answer the phone. When no, I'd be like, "Can I speak to Luana on the telephone?" I ain't into that racism shit, but like I'm just like that's why I stay away from negative shit, and negative shit does not usually follow me. Like I've gotten dirty looks from Mexican women, but as far as them like, coming at me sideways, never have I had that happen except for online with Tina, and Tina is enough, trust me. Oh my God, Tina's definitely racist, and she thinks that she's better than blacks. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I, but I mean, what can you say about that? Like, okay, well, you want a cookie? Would you like a crossword puzzle for that? I mean, what do you want me to do about this? Like, I don't understand racist people that feel the need to verbalize that. Like, why are you verbalizing this? Like, did you think that that was going to make me feel bad about myself? Like, because this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, tell me about it, Lenny Pretty. That's why Tiffany was crying over me for years. And I'm not going to maintain a friendship with a person. I don't even think me and Tiffany's friendship was fake per se. I'm not going to say that. Like, after everything that she did, okay, I will say that because okay, after everything we went to together, you end up threatening to blow my children's heads off. Like, girl, everything was fake. You're a fraud. You was a op. Bye. Right. But it was her lifestyle. Hands down, it was her lifestyle. And guess what Tiffany ended up doing? She said, oh, okay, bitch, you want to quit being friends with me because of the way I live? Because of her whoremongering, drugs, and fast paced lifestyle. No, no, I don't live that way. And nobody that's living that life can make me feel bad for being a boring house mother. Like I like that. That's what I like. Okay. So you know what Tiffany did? Tiffany said, I'm getting ready to bring a bunch of people that's living that life. And, and they've been stalking me ever since and trying to make, it's almost like, why are you trying to make it seem like whoremongering is bad? Why are you trying to talk shit about us? Actually, y'all the ones that brought it up because, oh, I just thought about this, a memory of Tina. Tina actually created a Backpage ad for me. Okay. And if you somebody that was utilizing Backpage, I'm sorry, but Spirit hurry up and got rid of Backpage. She literally created a Backpage profile for me. And you know why she did that? Because they got mad at me because I said it straight up and down. And then at the time I was celibate. And they try to make me feel bad for being celibate. I'm like, damn, I'm going through spiritual growth right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure things out on that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tried to make it seem like it was something wrong with my vagina, and like, why are we even talking about vaginas? Like, why is you on the internet talking about my vagina, sir? Like, have you seen my vagina? No. Yeah, like, it was really weird. Okay, Mexicans try so hard to be accepted by whites, but never will be accepted by them. And that's why Donald Trump is doing what he's doing to them. Yeah. And if it wasn't for blacks, Mexicans wouldn't exist. Yeah, well, they definitely are cousins or something. They definitely are cousins. I remember I used to work for the U.S. Census Bureau. And I did that job seasonal. When I worked for IRS, I would do that. And then on the off season, I would do the Census Bureau job. And so I would go from I would knock on doors for people to complete their surveys. And you could either leave the survey with them or they would do it with you. And all of the Mexicans, they considered themselves to be white. Because on the form, it asks you what nationality or ethnicity you are. And basically, it'll ask you what race do you consider yourself to be, black, white, and they would put white. I don't know why the Census Bureau asks that question. They get your nationality, your ethnicity, but then they ask you what race do you consider yourself. And all of the Mexican households that I interview, they'd be like white. I consider myself to be white. So I know that they do. And it's kind of like, honestly, I've never had any issues with surviving. So it ain't no sweat off my balls, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of irrelevant if you ask me. Tina's irrelevant if you ask me. She's totally irrelevant to me, but I will file charges on her. I will. I want Tina to go to jail. Okay, Tina deserves to go to jail for going around lying and saying that I raped Tiffany at a young age. She deserves to go to jail just for doing that. It's not just a rumor, it's not slander at all because there's no basis to her story and her lies. It's straight out fraud. Tina deserves to go to jail for committing fraud and conspiracy. Conspiracy of murder, I think, because they were saying that because they wanted something bad to happen to me. They wanted people to hate me. It's disgusting. Totally freaking disgusting. You know how they get down. So, I don't know. You know what I've been over here doing? I made a miracle healing herbal mix. And honestly, like, I don't know why those people always wait until there's some kind of like national health scare. Like, it seems like they just go even more nuts. Honestly, right now, my suggestion for all of us is to stay as stress free as possible. Okay. And watch yourself. Okay. Right now, it's extremely important to watch yourselves, especially on your jobs. If you work for somebody else, just be careful. Make sure that you protect yourself legally, because I discovered like what I realized is that when people make accusations against these companies and stuff, um, they could implicate you, and you'll just be the fall guy because that person is trying to get paid. Because so y'all need to be careful with that. Like, all of the nonsense literally, like, I do believe that those people do need to be locked up. But to be honest with you, what they're doing and what they're talking about is nonsense. And what they do is they do distract. And I think that they're literally there as distractions. Okay. I know for a fact that Mike pretty much hates everybody. He's a hateful person. If he can use me to waste y'all time and to get y'all to pay attention to his nonsense, he will. Okay, when y'all could literally be discovering the next comet, like people have better things to do. Like, so that's why I always, like, when I'm not talking about it, I like to clear my head. Having all of that swarming around in your head is not a good thing, because what you're doing is you're making it become a part of your consciousness, and it's not good. It isn't. And people that love drama like that, they hating on everybody. And that's why I don't really like talking about it, but I've been talking about it a lot more lately because I'm transmuting it. Even for the people that are looking at it, it's being transmuted, because that's not fair. Do I feel a certain amount of responsibility? I do, but it shouldn't just be dumped all off on me, because I'm not responsible for every bad thing that exists in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy for people to like try to dump everything off on me. It's not my fault. These are grown people that can make better decisions in their daily life. Yeah. Well, thank you, Lenny Pretty. I'm trying to shine over here, you know. She was trying, but everybody against you. Yeah, she was little, like, for some reason Tina is on a mission to make the whole world hate me. And it just speaks volumes about her emotional state, because she feels like the whole world hates her. Hands down. What you put out there is a manifestation of how you feel about yourself. And it has a lot to do with her being morbidly obese. Not gonna help her. That's not gonna help her. Okay. It's not. It's making things worse. That doesn't help, you know. And that just seems kind of crazy to me. You're gonna make the whole world hate me. But you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've seen it. I've had people come to me and say that they feel like everybody is against them. And so it could be some kind of evil eye curse. That can be an evil eye curse. Well, I can tell you this, that um where in the heck did I do with my new posts? Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. I was supposed to bake my cake and I didn't. I got lazy. I'll probably end up doing it like it. I will bake a cake at 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I will. Okay. It only takes a few minutes to whip up the ingredients. you know. Um, hey Yolanda P. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here and probably drink some water and take me a hot shower and lay down, you know. I got these crochet braids in my head, but you know what? They dry pretty fast. My hair does, and I did shampoo them like a few days ago. But you know what? Even with these crochet braids in my head, if I'm going through like any kind of stress, even if I feel fine, you know what I do? I stand there and I let that warm water run right over my head and my neck. And people should be doing that, because you know what it does? It's like instant stress reliever, and it pushes all that stuff down to come out of the body, out of your spirit body. So it's very important to do that, because what happens is that any kind of stress, any kind of stress that you're dealing with. I could sit up here and act calm if I want, but at the end of the day, I'm still internalizing it. It's still there. And I might even take I got some diluted apple cider vinegar and just kind of put a little bit of that, pour that on top of my head and down my neck and just let that run down my neck and stuff and just so everything can relax. Um, but yeah, I am focusing on putting them in jail though, y'all. I really am because um they do too much and they do commit fraud. And their fraud needs to be reported. It needs to be taken seriously. Okay. They gotta go. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Have a good sleep. Have a happy Thursday. What's good for anxiety? Lavender. Even mugwort can be good for anxiety, but you just have to be careful with mugwort. Like if you don't know what you're doing, you probably don't want to deal with that. Skullcap, valerian root, valerian root. Okay. Um, I'll tell y'all this story before I go. I never forget when I first started dealing with those people, and I was living over on Charter Way over in Lithonia, and I just kept having panic attacks, and I hadn't had panic attacks in years. Like it was really, really bad. Valerian root, baby, I put that in my mixes. Like when I do my little herbal burns and stuff, and I keep it. I keep valerian root. That stuff is so good. It is so good. Valerian root and then passion flower. Okay, passion flower is another one. You don't have to take them internally, even though I used to internally take valerian. I would drink valerian root, passion flower, and it was one other thing I would put in it. It would, and you're not supposed to mix them, but I would do that because literally it was bad. It was bad because I wasn't quite used to dealing with those energetic attacks, right? So that's why I understand what my uncle was going through. Okay, I do. Because you never know, he may have been having anxiety that day. So I'm constantly burning stuff in my cauldrons and stuff, and I burn my stuff for my family. So I do it every day, but I guess we must have, I don't know, missed something. I don't know what it was, but I just really wish that he would get his number changed. Get your number changed, please, dude. Like, he don't want to do it because he's had that number for years. So, which is understandable. People shouldn't have to make changes in their lives just because the black sector wants to stalk people. Just because Mike wants to stalk people. Nobody should have to change their life around because you want to be a stalker. And so, anyway, I'm definitely going to be working at that case against him. I know he thinks that he has witches that are going to be able to take away that case. He thinks he's going to pray away that case, and he's not. It is. Nobody should have to go through that. I've never given him permission to do that, and I don't like it. Okay? Even if it's and he's gonna go for the really bad ones that he ain't even showed on YouTube. The ones that are uploaded, I have plenty of evidence to prove that I didn't do that to myself and that I didn't give him permission to do that. I did not consent to that because all of my FBI reports are the paper trail. I've been consistent with that. Filing FBI reports for everything. So, anywho, y'all have does it work on evil? Oh yeah. Yeah, anxiety is a sign to me of being spiritually attacked. I think that anxiety is also not as harmless as what people think. And doctors have said that, they've admitted that, anxiety is actually affecting people's blood pressure, pulse, and their heart. So, water's good too. Drinking ice water or just cool water, that's good for you too. That's what I'm drinking right now. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, my uncle is cancer free. He told me that yesterday. I was so happy for him. Now, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that my uncle is cancer free and I've been around? Because I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I do a lot of healing work. I just call on healing spirits, I call on healing energy, so I'm so happy for him. He's literally cancer free. Okay. But he's still healing. He still has to take medication for it. And he does not need people harassing him. Okay. He doesn't. So, and I'm gonna fight for a good relationship with my family. I am. I'm not gonna let somebody just mess up my relationship with my family. Okay. I'm not gonna do it. I got mad at my uncle the other day, but at the end of the day, he's doing the best that he can, just like all of us. All right, y'all. Yes. Yes, that is good. That is good. And um, I just appreciate him letting us move in on him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my uncle, aside from his daughter, he's lived here alone for years. So, that's not easy to do that. But, we're going to work it out. And I'll be moving soon. I can't afford anymore to go through this thing or whatever. Like, I'm not, you know, yeah. Yeah. Thank God. He's definitely cancer free. So, all right, y'all. I'll check y'all later. Have a good night. Blessings to y'all. Have a peaceful sleep. Bye.